Hey there. Life keeps on testing me, but it's philosophical effery. Okay, I'm gonna get that right next time. I'm gonna just leave that in there because I'm no take Drake. And I wanted to talk about how convenience is killing people in this country, mentally, spiritually, physically. So when I talk about convenience, I want you to look around and see all the things that we have. This car is a convenience for me because I can drive tens to hundreds of miles within minutes to hours and thousands of miles within literal hours. Trips that would have taken days in the past just take a few hours now, and depending on how fast you're going, it might even take an hour. Grocery stores like Walmart, and not just like, how about this? Grocery stores like Publix and Whole Foods, where all the food is listed there for you. It's the same food every day, always there, ready for you to get it quickly. But then you have stores that have grocery stores as like the side of the rest of the store. Warehouse stores, basically like Target and Walmart. Our phones, I'm using this phone to create a production, small budget production, but a production nonetheless for you, wherein in the past someone would have needed to get a camera, some film, tape, whatever, record, go to some person here and there and to get on a channel or to distribute tapes and things like that. Lots of things. We have a lot of convenience in this world, and especially in this quote unquote first world country of America. And for the most part, the convenience has been able to speed up the way we do things in life, but also make them quite literally easier. You know, it's more easy to talk to family. It's more easy to do a lot of work typing. Like, people don't have to worry about their handwriting. They just type things like that. You know, it's easier to see what's going on in the world. But I feel like this isn't even one of those things where it's like, oh, it's more negative effects than positive effects. I feel like we're in a state with convenience right now wherein we lean into the negative more than the positive, simply because, to be quite truthful, the convenience that we have right now, it should mostly be positive, because evolution, in a sense, and I don't believe in regular evolution because I believe in Genesis, you know, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, or HaKadash. You gotta say that at least once every video. But in general, convenience is supposed to always help. It's supposed to further us along in this journey of life. It's evolution. But when it comes to, if you look at social media, if you look at like cars, the amount of car fatalities we have, and you look at how our highways are built, and our cities only invest in more highways, but they don't actually try to invest in actual convenience like transportation and whatnot. If you think about how we go our foods and everything, all the chemicals and products put in the food simply because it makes the food last for 12 years, or it preserves the flavor, or it gives it added flavor and everything like that. You know, I'm gonna go back to social media, but like, you know, for example, how like now phones, though, even though you can talk to anybody at any time, it basically makes people feel like they have access to you all the time. So even if you don't pick up, people are like, why didn't you pick up? Why didn't you answer my call? Blah, blah, blah. You know, whereas in the past, you just left outside the house and you ain't talking to a motherfucker till you get back, you know. And there are a lot of other examples that I know you can think of, because I don't have a script for this, so I can't think of everything, but there's just a couple. But convenience is killing a lot of us humans in a way, because now that life is so incredibly easy, people don't want to work to make things happen or to create things anymore. They just want everything made for them, and then they just want to simply go to work, buy it, get it, and take it. But that's how we end up in a situation where they give us cars and we crash them everywhere because of the way our laws are set up and how often people have a drive. They give us the food and it's filled with all this crap, but no one really cares because nobody wants to take the time to make bread. Nobody wants to take the time to freaking just cook some steaks. You know, a lot of people aren't in positions where they can just go outside and go hunt for their food. You know, people kind of fish and whatnot, but a lot of people these days don't even fish. Most people don't know where the fishing spots are and anything like that, you know. What are some other examples of convenience that we go through? I'd even say schooling to a certain degree, because it provides the convenience of not really having to be there for your children. And the way our economy is a lot of people can't be there for their children, but because families are so broken and segmented these days, people generally should be leaving their kids with the grandparents and whoever else is in the family and having them homeschool, because school itself just teaches you to just be a good worker, you know. But there's the convenience in that. It ends up deteriorating your spirit in a way, because due to the fact that you're not subduing the earth like Yahweh said in the Genesis story, you know, you're not, to subdue the earth, that requires work. Even though Adam is meant to work by the sweat of his brow, what that really just meant is, Adam, you're gonna till this shit and you're gonna have to work hard to make shit grow, because shit just ain't gonna grow and you just ain't gonna be able to make it, you know. So people don't make their own clothes for the most part. People don't make their own food for the most part. People don't make their own utensils to do this stuff for the most part. Pretty much everything in many people's lives, everything they have comes from somebody else, and it was just something that they could just pick up. And now we got microplastics everywhere because of that. Even, you know, I am wearing a polyester shirt right now because it's hot and sweaty, because polyester isn't completely bad. It has its purposes. When it comes for sweat wicking and sports and stuff, polyester is virtually a match. But there's a lot of polyester clothes out there, sometimes sterilizing men. You know, it's putting chemicals in us and everything. And you see a lot of people out here, they are grossly overweight, not just because they eat, but because they're always in their car, they're always sitting. They're in their big houses where they do nothing but lay down to sleep, lay down to watch TV, sit down to watch TV, sit down to eat, and that's it, you know. And then you think of HOAs, right? HOAs bleed money out of people to just simply mow their fucking lawn most of the time. That's convenience, but it literally is robbing you of money and everything. And we think about just how overall we interact with each other socially, you know, because social media is convenience, where it conveniently lets you just contact people, connect with people, and see what's going on. But now we've gotten to the point where everybody believes everything on the internet, so they believe all the lies, and now we have scams going crazy. Scams everywhere. Scams is like the #1 example of how convenience can kill your ass, because scams literally sell you on convenience. You know, they sell you on your desperation to have convenience and everything. And with social media, it's so easy. Anyone can act like they're anything, doing whatever they want, and people believe that. You could be broke as fuck, but if you arrange your social media correctly, niggas just think you the richest motherfucker in the world. It ain't nothing to Photoshop yourself in Thailand with some baddies. But yeah, so convenience really just, you know, it makes it so that you're not gonna work for many of the things that you really want in life. You think you're working just because, getting hot as motherfucker. You think you're working simply because you go to work, you have your job, and you pay for that, but you don't know what the experience of truly crafting things for yourself is like. You don't really know. You know how many people don't make bread? I never thought about this, but I'm like, damn, nigga don't even make bread anymore, man. And think about how often people don't make clothes. You know, people don't work on their bicycles. You know, all these things that I'm listing, they're literally niche activities that most people don't do. But I've becoming into my truth, and I just got my sewing machine from my grandmother. I'm using my sewing machine to make my own clothes. I'm only gonna buy fabric. I'm no longer buying clothes because I could just make them myself. And the thing is, I can make exactly what I want when I make it myself. You know, when it comes to music, I don't like a lot of music out there. I do like music, but I play my own music a lot. I just have an instrument to just play something. I feel like everybody should have at least one musical instrument, just to play things. But you see in the hood especially, the only time niggas love that ghetto ass music because they're not confident enough to just play something beautiful to themselves and understand that they don't have to listen to something talking about the hood all the time. And hopefully I think I got to my point. But generally, you know, you can see how convenience breaks us down physically, because it makes it so that we don't have to actually interact with the world to produce things like Yahweh meant for us. And you see how it can break us down mentally, because we believe that things are supposed to be the way they are socially. Like everyone's supposed to get to this bag. Getting to the bag is actually easier than you think. Just buy my course and everything like that. But no, it's not. And people end up going crazy, living in a fantasy world. And when it comes to your spirit, people are separated from Yahweh because of the curses that we have, of the covenants that were broken. We have to live in a harsh world where we have to, you know, till the earth by the sweat of our brow. And Yahweh has laws for you. He has instructions and tablets, but people would rather follow the law of man because the law of man is loose in general. You know, we have laws, quote unquote, but how many times do you see people get off? The laws of man only really apply situationally, but Yahweh's doesn't. But because of the convenience of that for a lot of people, like for example, Proposition 47 out there in California, what did that do? That gave convenience to criminals. So now they out here just robbing and doing everything. And what that has done has created more criminals, because now there are people like, oh, I'm only going to get a misdemeanor if I steal a couple Montclairs. Nigga, fuck that. I ain't going to pay that fine. That's free Montclair. That's a big deal. That shit is expensive. You know? And you can bet your ass these people would never believe in a real God, a real Elohim, my precious Adonai, because why would you, when the law of man is so loose and freeing? It's exciting. Oh, another cross door. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to point that out real quick. Another video for the day. No views on the last one, but we gonna get there soon. Every day I'm working, and every day I'm trying to kill the convenience in my life, because I don't want the convenience in my life to kill me.